everyone. Okay, welcome to Writer's Workshop. Ms. Morgan wants to share with you that I just want to remind you that you may choose to write a letter, write a song, write a poster, write a story, write a petition, whatever you feel is best. I noticed that last week Leah wrote a great sign and Busy wrote a great letter. So I see the hard work that you guys are doing, and Ms. Morgan is very proud of you for it. Keep up the hard work. But today I was thinking about how we've been writing these stories and letters and songs, posters and all that good stuff. And today I want to teach you that writers don't wait around for someone else to tell them how to make their writing better, or in this case, how to make it more persuasive, more convincing. Writers reread what they have written and think, how can I make this even better? Then they change their writing without anyone telling them what to do. Writers are the bosses of their own writing. So writers, I want you to take a second, close your eyes, and time travel back to the very beginning of the school year, way back to September. I think way back then. Way back in September, we spent a lot of time working on writing true stories from our lives. Do you remember that? As the year went on, we tried different kinds of writing, but no matter what kind of writing you've been doing, one thing has always stayed the same. You are the boss of your own writing. You are the boss. You are in charge. And being in charge of your writing means that it's up to you to decide when you are done with your writing. It's not my decision to make. It's not your mom's decision to make. It's not brother or sister's decision. It's your decision. So I want to show you something. Here we go. Let's share the screen. Okay. Remember this? Remember saying when we are done, we have just begun? Well, I've pulled it back for us to use again, but now we have made some changes. I've switched some things around and added to it because you all know so much more now than you did way back in September. I've also added some things that you can do to make your persuasive writing stronger. So I'm going to read you the new and improved when we are done, we have just begun chart. So here we go. When we are done, we have just begun. So the first thing we need to do is, of course, reread our writing. Go back and reread. We always do that. We need to ask a partner if there's anything else we can add. And you may ask your brother, your sister, your mom and dad, say, what other details could I add? We add more drawings and labels. So at first we were outside, we have a tree and some garbage, but now, oh, there's flowers, a trash can. We've fixed up parts that are not easy to read. So remember, we have a capital letter at the beginning of the sentence. You can use a little piece of paper to spell things correctly now that you know more and more words. You tell more reasons. So you say that it's important not to run in the hallway because you might fall and you might hit your head. Also, it's dangerous for everyone around you. You give an or else. It's important to walk in the hallway. If you run, that's bad. So this says, don't litter or else the flowers will die. Don't run or else you might get in trouble or else you might get hurt. We can add speech bubbles. So friends, you can use that chart to help you decide whether you are done with your writing or whether you still have more work to do. So let's use our when we are done, we have just begun chart to help us figure out whether Ms. Morgan is done with this book about running in the halls or if there's still more that I can do to make it better. So the first thing we need to do is reread it. Okay. 1 second. Here we go. I think the hallways could be better because sometimes people run. Don't run. Okay. It's dangerous to run in the hall. Someone might fall or crash into another person. Kids could get very hurt. So now we're going to ask ourselves, so we reread it, we're going to ask ourselves, what can we add? Well, I think on this first page it says, don't run, but I think I want to add an or else. So now the page says, I think the hallways could be better because sometimes people run. Kids should stop running or else someone might fall down. So I added an or else to show just how important it is. Another thing I could do on this page, I said, it's dangerous to run in the hall. Someone might fall or crash into another person. Kids could get very hurt. But you know what? I think I want to add more reasons because it's not just that you could crash into another person. There are more reasons. So here I go. So instead, I'm going to add this little tab. So it's dangerous to run in the hall. Someone might fall. Kids could get very hurt. They might hit their head on the wall and get bumps and bruises, or kids could crash into each other. So do you see, friends, how I added more? I went back and I said, don't run. Well, why not? Or else someone might fall down. And then on the next page, I said, well, is the only problem that people might crash into each other? No way, there are more. They could hit their head on the wall, get bumps and bruises. Kids could get very hurt. So you see, friends, I added more to my story so that it would be more convincing. So people would be like, oh, wow, that's a lot of things that could go wrong if I run in the hall. So I'm going to stop running in the hall. And that's your goal. So you can do this too. You are the boss of your writing and you decide what will make your pieces better. You can use the new and improved when we are done, we have just begun chart. Miss Morgan will put it in the Google Drive folder to help you figure out what you can do to make your writing stronger or whether you are done and ready to move on to something new. The important thing is to reread often and ask, what can I do to make this better? Then, using every little bit of what you know about writing, decide what your piece needs. So are you ready to be your boss? I know that you are. So from now on, remember that you are the one in charge of your writing, not Miss Morgan, not Mrs. Brown, not mom or dad or brother and sister. You are in charge of your writing when it comes down to the changes you want to make. So don't wait for me or anyone else to tell you to reread or fix it up. The new and improved when we are done, we have just begun chart can help you figure out how to revise your writing. All right, friends, get going, you wonderful little change makers. Know that Miss Morgan misses you so much, and I can't wait to read your writing. Bye.